The daughter of Patricia Brown is speaking out. Brown is being prosecuted now for a third time in connection with her 2-year-old stepson's death 17 years ago. Two judges have formally ruled there is not enough evidence to convict her. As News Channel 3's Madison Wild reports, her family feels racial bias has played a role from the start.
My mom's faith is unbelievable.
It's been 17 years of legal battle for the Brown family. I caught up with Patricia Brown's daughter, Jasmine Nix, her mother now at home, awaiting trial yet again.
I was raised in the church. Like, we went to church 3-4 times a week. And everyone who knows her is like, they can't believe it.
In 2003, 2.5-year-old Dietrich Brown died after suffering seizures. Patricia Brown and her husband Derek Brown were originally charged with murder, with prosecutors saying Dietrich was abused. A judge threw out the case then, saying there was not enough evidence.
I just thank God that he gave us the strength to go through.
But the case was far from over. 10 years later, the Browns were charged again. Derek Brown eventually acquitted during the trial, but in August of 2016, Patricia Brown was convicted of second-degree murder by a jury.
We were appalled. We couldn't believe it.
The judge, however, overturning that decision again, citing lack of sufficient evidence, and that the child, Dietrich Brown, was not a, quote, healthy, normal child, something Brown's daughter, Jasmine Nix, had been saying since the start.
I was there the night he died. When he passed away, my mom, she wasn't even there. So for them to pinpoint and say that my mom, abused him into a seizure, it's like, that's unreal.
She says Dietrich had a well-documented history of seizures and illness. The district attorney's office is now seeking a third trial, saying in a statement, "We support the decision by that jury and strongly believe the evidence in this case proves the guilt of this defendant. We look forward to again presenting our case to another jury." Nick says the jury selection created racial bias in the case.
I mean, we literally had a jury of all white. That's not my mom's peers.
Her mother spent 2 years in jail before the judge overturned the jury's decision.
The only explanation you could say is her color. Because if she had been a white woman in the situation, they would have never even put the charges on her. Never. Because there was no evidence of it. That's how she was released the first time.
With current events shining light on racial discrimination, the Brown family says they're hoping for a fair and final retrial. Madison Wild, News Channel 3.